Why hello you guys and welcome back to my channel and happy November! Today is the first day of the new month, so I thought it would be appropriate to give you guys my October favorites. Normally I do a favorites and fails video, but last month I was just so focused on Halloween makeup that I didn't get the opportunity to test out a lot of new makeup, so I don't have any fails. Today is only gonna be favorites, only the good stuff that I'm gonna be focusing on. I have so many products that I just have to tell you about that you will love. So I'm not gonna waste any more time, let's get into it. Let's dive into the makeup. First up, I have the Blank Slate by Beauty Concepts. It is their brush color swap pad. This thing is incredible. And I don't know about you guys, but typically everyone kind of washes their brushes, let's say like once a week. You don't wash your brush after each use of that day. I usually wash them about once a week. And I can do some pretty crazy, colorful looks. And with some brushes, you may just have one of that specific kind of brush and you may use it every single day. And then you're gonna have to try to like rub out the product. I used to just try to rub it out on my hand before this product. But now I can go in directly after using it, rub it against this, remove all of the excess product from there and be good to use it the next day, or even just switching colors in between and just wanting to use that same brush. This thing is amazing, and to show you on the inside, this is just from today's little powder. You can see how much eyeshadow is left over on those brushes that I used just today that I was able to swap off, and then that brush was completely clean. I could go in with another color or just save it for tomorrow. Oh, this thing is amazing. So the next product I have is the Sigma Small Tapered Blending Brush. This is the E45, and holy crap, this brush is so good. It has the most extreme tapered point I think I've ever seen on a brush. It is a small brush, but not too small where it's like a small pencil brush, and not too fluffy where it's a really large blending brush. This brush is perfect for a lot of precision. I'm gonna put in a clip of me doing my makeup today and you can just see the amount of control in which I have just working in that one shade exactly where I wanted it. Because I've been on the hunt for a brush just like this. I love my tiny little detailing brushes. I have a few different ones, but none that are this tapered, where you can just really precisely go in and place that product. It is so fluffy too, so it's not too stiff where it's not gonna blend out the product and you just place it and then you just be like, ooh, need to blend that. Like, it has enough give to blend things out and just put it exactly where you want it. This brush is so amazing. Third on the favorites list, we have the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. And this product is the Balm.com. That is how good it is. Oh my gosh, I freaking love this product. I've been trying to switch away from makeup remover wipes. I feel like for the most part, they kind of dry out your skin afterwards. You kind of go over it and then it just starts to feel very dehydrated. And sometimes that cleansing wipe doesn't get everything. You gotta go in with a separate wipe. It doesn't remove all the eye makeup and you feel like you're really tugging at your eyes. So I've been looking for a really good alternative to help get all of the makeup off. And I also have tried those liquid removers, but I find them to be so oily and they leave such a greasy feeling. It just feels kind of like, ugh. This thing is amazing. I haven't used much because you really don't need much at all. You take like a tiny little scoop on the tip of my finger, that's how I do it, kind of scoop it on, and it'll just melt everything off your face. Your eye makeup, everything comes off. Even on the lashes, you just go very gently over, rubbing in circles, and it takes it all off. I have some stubborn makeup because I tend to do some crazy looks. The lash glue tends to always stick in between my lashes and leaves that sticky feeling, and with this, it removes it all. And a huge benefit of this one is that it doesn't leave your skin feeling dry or greasy. It melts everything off. You take some water, you wash it off, and then it's off. It does not leave any kind of weird residue on your skin, which just makes that product so much more incredible. Then I have the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. And throughout all of my favorites videos, I have never put a mascara inside a favorites video. I have not come across one that was worth it. I have tested some good mascaras, but none that I've completely fell in love with until this baby. This mascara is amazing. I got it in the Sephora Favorites Superstar Kit. Sorry, I looked over at the box to see the name. And it is a deluxe kind of sample size, and I would 100% go out and purchase the full size of this when I do run out of it, because it just lengthens the lashes so beautifully. It makes them look fuller. There's no clumpiness. There's no weird product that falls out down underneath your eyes throughout the day. It's just all around such a great mascara. And that combo I haven't found in any other mascara. I have tried mainly drugstore, a couple high-end, but there's always something that makes me kind of like, about them. This one has had nothing wrong with it. I am absolutely in love with it. This mascara, I haven't been able to put it down. Since testing it out in that initial full face of first impressions, I haven't stopped using it. I can't even reach for those other ones because I'm just like, they don't work as good. I'm just gonna keep reaching for this one. Next up, we have the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer. I have the shade Fair Beige, and I was so skeptical before. Everyone was raving about this concealer, and I was like, you know what, how good could that concealer really be? And the price tag always held me back from purchasing it. So last month there was a sale on Ulta Beauty's website. They had the Shape Tapes at, I think it was 40 to 50% off. It was a really good deal, so I thought I'd take the plunge and try it, because I didn't want to spend the initial $30 and then find out I didn't like it. And oh my gosh, it is incredible. It is so full coverage. It really has knocked out every other concealer that I own because it is just such good coverage. It's really creamy, it applies so smoothly, and it blends together with your foundation so flawlessly. And for me, I haven't seen any kind of creasing underneath the eyes. I set it just lightly with a brush just to powder. I've set it with a sponge, pressing it in. I've also baked with it. No issues. For me and my very oily skin, this works beautifully. It is a matte finish, and it stays looking matte on me, stays put all day. I can wear it the entire day and not have any kind of issues where I see it start to fade or start to look weird or cakey. But I will say, if you have drier skin, this may not be the greatest option for you. My mom has very dry skin, especially underneath the eyes, and she's always telling me about how she can't find really good high coverage concealers because they're usually matte and they tend to do a lot of weird creasing or caking or just feel very awkward underneath the eyes. And I do think that this is going to be one of those that if you have drier skin, it may not really work out for you, because it is a very drying formula. It goes on very creamy and it's very easy to blend out, but as the day kind of progresses, it is still very dry underneath the eyes. So that's the only thing I would say to kind of keep in mind if you have dry skin. It could still work for you, definitely, but that's just something I wanted to mention. Next up, this may be a familiar product. I've used it quite frequently on my channel. It is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. This is actually meant for medium and deep skin tones. And initially I used it like a bronzer. I had contour underneath and I put this on top, and it was way too much. This is a little bit of a darker shade, but if you have a very fair skin tone like myself, you are able to use this product all on its own. You don't need to add contour underneath and then a bronzer. I think it does the trick for both of those. It's a combination contour bronzer in a way. You can put a little bit more precision down at the hollow of the cheekbone, add a little bit more lightly on top to kind of bronze it around. That's how I'm wearing it right now and how I've been consistently wearing it for the past like month or two. It is such an easy step. You get to eliminate doing two steps and just go in with one. So simple, and It works on fair skin tones if you do that. It will work on medium, deep skin tones. It is also very pigmented, so you may want to use a light hand when first testing it out if you do have fair skin. Just a forewarning, be gentle. But with that pigmentation just comes great payoff. You're gonna be able to really chisel out the features in your face, and it's gonna stay put all day. Then we gotta get a little bit of highlight. This was another product that I got in the Sephora Favorites Superstars kit. This is the Becca Champagne Pop. It is messed up. That is because Karelia did drop it, and then when I transported it home, it just completely crumbled. So depressing. So I did go in with like a makeup brush and kind of pat it down. I need to add a little bit of rubbing alcohol and then press it down so it doesn't move. So far I did the trick just to kind of press it back into place. But this is the most beautiful highlighter. I have to swatch it for you. Like, just look at how gorgeous this shade is. It's so light and just the most beautiful champagne color to highlight with. I am wearing it right now on the cheekbones, just kind of lightly, and the nose and Cupid's bow and all of that, and I think it looks so good. It doesn't exaggerate texture, it just lays on top and adds that nice little sheen to the face that you want. And honestly, had I not been able to save the product that was inside of this, I would have gone out and purchased the full size of it right away because it is that good. The only thing is, I think Champagne Pop is geared a little bit more towards lighter skin tones, at least that shade in specific. They have a ton more shades though, so they can fit any skin tone. I even have this one, which is Fresco Pop. I'm gonna swatch that one next to Champagne Pop. Honestly, pretty similar, just one's more golden. Fresco Pop is on top, Champagne on the bottom. But their formula is one of the best. I have a lot of highlighters. I need to show you guys my highlighter drawer. And these are 100% on top. I think the formula is one of the best. If you put it on, it's not gonna highlight a lot of texture in the skin. It's just gonna give you a very soft, subtle sheen to the skin that just looks very natural. It gives you that kind of like wet look in a way. There's not too much glitter inside of it. It's very shimmery, but there's no harsh glitter that's really gonna stand out like it looks like you just went and swiped a ton of glitter on the side of your cheeks. So that is a huge bonus of these formulas and why I absolutely love it and why it's in the favorites. Then for the final item in the favorites, we have the Dose of Colors Desi x Katy Frienvdcation palette. Did anybody see this coming, being in my favorites? If you did, raise your hand, let me know in the comments. I've been raving about this palette. It is so beautiful. Let me just open it up. Let me open it up. That way you guys can see this. I am wearing this entire palette on my eyes today. A moment. Come on. Come on. Let's just bask in the glow of this swatch. Woo! Crappy swatch, I know. Even with all of the other shades, I mean, not just to focus on a moment, but that shade is just gorgeous. I had to give it its spotlight. But all of these shades just feel so buttery. They don't feel dry. They just have so much pigment in them. It's insane. I love the formula of these. I love using this palette. I've been taking it with me when we leave for the weekend. I can create a full-on natural look, or I could go really glam and just stand out with this palette. It can do a lot of things, and I think that is a great thing with it. It has moved into the top shelf position. Back here is where I keep some of my favorite eyeshadow palettes, the ones that I use constantly. I like to keep those up front and center so that way I can just easily grab them instead of from my drawers that are on the floor. So this one stays back here because it is that good. Oh, and almost forgot, hold on now, hold the phone. So a really huge thing with this palette is you don't need to do like a cut crease. You can if you want to, but if you are trying to go in with that shimmery shade and you want it to really stand out, the huge benefit of this palette is that the shimmers are so pigmented that if you just go in and plop it on either with your fingertip, a foiled eyeshadow brush with a little bit of setting powder. It just goes on and it looks like you cut the crease. I didn't cut the crease in today's look, and it honestly looks like I did because the color is such a standout. So huge benefit of that palette. But that is actually the last favorite for the month of October. Woo! We made it to the end, guys. I had a lot of great stuff that I found last month, and hopefully if you test any of them out, you love them just as much as I do. You can always go back to any of my favorite videos, and those are products that I am still loving. They are products that I have been testing out thoroughly. They're not just random products that I throw in and I'm like, you know what, I kind of like it, I'm gonna toss it in my favorites. No, they are legit my favorite products. That is the only reason that I put them in this video. So if you go back to any of my previous favorites videos, I'm still using those products. So you can always count on my favorites videos to be amazing recommendations, if I dare say so myself. But if you like this video, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that little bell button. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.